And of course, that is a very, very important conversation that needs to be taking place every single time, every day across the country, because it is really, really such a dire situation. And we've got to all do our part to end gender-based violence. Report it. Don't silence the victims. Seek help if you are in a tough situation, in a tight spot. Of course, that conversation will continue a bit later on here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And now, time for us to cook up something really, really delicious. There are not so many who will say no to a delicious homemade warm bowl of Chipotle meatballs, okay? Sounds good, doesn't it? Yes, think about jalapeno and minced meatballs smothered in a smoky Chipotle tomato sauce. And of course, perfect winter comfort food that will not break the bank at all. Chef Clem is here to tell us how to make it happen.
And it's low carb.
And it's low carb?
Yes.
Oh, even better.
Even better.
Let's get on with it, yeah.
Let's talk about the mince first of all. So it's on Daily Difference right now. So when you buy the mince, you are saving. And that's what I love about Daily Difference. You get all the quality from Woolworths that you know and you love, but you pay a lot less for it than what you expect. So, mince going in. And we're gonna make this, I wanna make this spicy.
Well, you know what? I always wanted spicy, so I'm glad that you want to make it spicy.
We're on the same page then.
Yeah, we are on the same page.
So I've got some roasted jalapenos, which I just roasted over the flame of the gas stove.
How do you make sure you don't burn them?
You just, the one thing that you do have to do is poke a little hole in it, right? And the reason for that is because you're going to develop a lot of steam, right? If you don't poke the hole, they could pop.
Okay.
So poke one little hole, and then over a flame, you just char it until it's completely black. Just turning it like every few seconds.
Yeah.
You don't have to be scared. You can't really overdo it. When you do, if you feel like you've overdone it and the whole thing's completely black, that's actually okay.
So that's perfect.
That's perfect.
It's actually perfect.
And if you want to take some of that char flavor away, because it's a little bitter, you can just rub it off. It just rubs right off.
Oh, perfect. Okay,
so you sorted.
All right,
okay,
sweet.
so I'm going to use some fresh jalapeno.
Yes.
That's going to go into the meatball. Let me just move it so you can see what I'm doing here.
So you also say jalapeno, not jalapeno.
It's not jala.
Okay.
It's never jella. It's never jalapeno. It's never tortilla. Okay. It's not.
It's just
Why are we giving the people issues? It's okay, you can call it whatever you like, as long as you make it South Africa, but it's jalapeno.
Okay,
cool. It's jalapeno.
Now we all know.
Okay. If you don't want to have all that heat of the jalapeno, you can take the rib out. And the rib is this like white floury bit in the middle that contains the seeds. Okay. You can take that out, because that's where a lot of the heat actually sits. I see. So I really want a lot of the flavor of the jalapeno going in there now, not so much of the heat. Because we'll add some heat at the end.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Great. Jalapenos going in, they're beautiful, they're bright, they're fresh, they taste like citrusy, and it adds so much lift to your meatballs. That's going in there. I'm actually
gonna do add so much of the flavor. They do lift it as well.
They do, absolutely, and I love it. I love peppers so much, and the fact that you can do so much with it. Yeah. And just like, even if you're not like into the heat, there's peppers you can get out there that are like a lot milder. Yeah. True. So I dig that. Then chipotle seasoning. Chipotles are basically jalapenos that have been dried and then smoked.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of chipotle seasoning actually has a bit of salt in it. You can get that at Woolies. Okay. But you can kind of taste it, regulate it, like fry up a little bit of it, taste what it tastes like. I know, for me, I like a little more salt, but some people at home might be fine without it.
Okay, cool.
A little bit of pepper.
In there you've got your mince, and then you've obviously got your chopped up jalapeno. Yeah. What else did you throw in there? Another chipotle
salt,
sort of
pepper,
powder, salt and pepper.
Coriander.
Coriander going in there.
Coriander is great. Like, I know a lot of people don't like coriander, but for these meatballs, it's quite like mild. It just flavors the meatballs, and you don't get like that extreme like green grassy coriander flavor. Yeah. So Graham will be fine.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay. When we do send this to him.
We're going to send this to him. So get your meatballs into a pan. You're going to start browning it off. We always brown our meatballs off first. And the reason for that is you can develop extra flavor on the outside when you get that nice like that crust on the end of your meat.
Okay, so you've put nothing else in that pan?
Just olive oil.
Just olive oil?
Olive oil.
Nothing else. Okay.
And we're going to start browning off the meatballs. Yeah. And this is simple. I mean, these are great because you can actually make the meatballs, shape them long before the time. Yeah. And then when it comes to dinner time, just fry them off.
I like the cost effectiveness of mince as well. Oh, yes. You can buy lots of, you can buy a little of it and make lots with it. There's so many different dishes.
Haven't we?
Absolutely. I think that it's just that smart factor of our parents coming through, and just how to make a little go a really long way.
It's easy to be like amazing in the kitchen when you're working with like a big, beautiful piece of fillet, right? Yes. When it comes to mince, it just shows your true skill.
Yeah.
How awesome actually are you in the kitchen if you can take mince and turn it into like the next best thing.
But the thing is, there's so much you can do with mince as well. You know what I mean? There is a lot that you can do. Don't ask me what.
No,
but
why
I know
not? On the spot. You got 3 seconds.
You can make burgers, for example. You can make some nice, delicious pasta. You can make some bolognese. You can make, I mean, the list goes on and on.
I like your list. I like your list. Okay, so brown your meatballs off and then turn it over. Get a nice crust in it.
Nice.
You can see they've started to brown off nicely. Here's where things go a little different. I want to lock in the moisture in these meatballs, but I want to add flavor to it as well.
Okay, so how do you do that?
We're going to add some soup. Canned soup.
And it's not going to completely destroy it.
It's going to make it next level amazing.
Really?
This is tomato soup with chipotle in there as well.
Okay.
So we know tomato and meatballs go well. I mean, that's sort of a pasta's a win.
Yes.
And then they add a chipotle seasoning in it, so it's smoky, it's spicy.
It is such a chipotle explosion.
It is,
I love it.
I'm going to pour this over.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to make a reduction of that soup. You know that word. So I'm going to start cooking down that soup with the meatballs. You're going to see it's going to change color. It's going to start going a bit more red. That sauce is going to reduce. It's going to become like a sweet, sticky sauce over the meatballs. So it's that simple.
The smell is so inviting.
Instantly delicious.
Eh?
So make a big batch of these meatballs and use it throughout the week for different things. That's the plan.
Well, what makes you think that they're going to last throughout the week?
That's also true. But because it is on promo right now in Daily Difference, buy extra mince.
Yeah.
Buy extra mince, totally do. And you can see what happens once that sauce cooks down. You see that beautiful color, the oil comes out, the meatballs are delicious, that sauce is reduced.
Looks so good.
What you have to do is just plate up. So I've got some pumpkin. Because we're keeping it low carb during the week right now, we're being so healthy.
Yeah, we are being very healthy. We're starting right. Start on a Monday and chances are you're not going to drop. You're going to just keep it going throughout the week.
Absolutely.
If you're consistent and if you commit to it. But if you want this recipe, it's simple. As you can see, I mean, it hasn't even taken Clem 5 minutes to make this. You can find it on our website, www.expressoshow.com. We've got that and a whole lot of other recipes to have you inspired in the kitchen. So now you've got, now you're just plating and dishing up, basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna add some extra heat with our roasted jalapenos. These are beautiful. These are like a perfect just to snack on as is.
Yeah, extra heat for me.
Extra heat?
Sir, yes, chef.
A little bit of the pickled flavors of the onions will be so amazing with this.
Adds so much depth in terms of color as well.
And then one avocado.
That looks really good. Avo, oh yes.
I mean, the avo is just gonna cut through that and like take away all that extra spiciness and make it so creamy. You can use this. What kind of avo is this?
That's that one, man. Not the Hass. The
2 million.
Friete.
Fuete.
Yeah.
It's a fuete. You got it.
That's it, yeah.
I mean, how amazing is that?
That looks so good.
Your Monday meatball bowl.
And it looks so good. It looks like something made with lots and lots of love. So if you were feeling like you want to do a random act of love and kindness today, while your loved one is in bed, maybe mix this up quickly. By the time they wake up, you are there with a tray and you are serving it. Father Gods. Where's the fork, sir?
It's meatball finger Monday. No, it's joking. We'll get you a fork. We'll get you a fork when
Okay, cool. Great. Perfect. Okay, I'll just go. All right.
Yeah.
Damn, man. These are some good balls.
These are good spicy meatballs.
These are some good spicy meatballs.
That's your dish now. You're having that for breakfast.
Thank you so much. I'm doing it like we do in Hamans Kraal. Hands in the plate.
Stop Hamans Kraal.
Stand up.